What up, YouTube? We back with another Silencer Talks. So I think by now everybody has seen this video, at least this part of the video. Jay-Z talking about the Kendrick and Drake beef and how it went too far. If you've seen my commentary on Twitter or anything like that, which maybe a lot of you haven't, but I've always said that the one particular line that Kendrick put out was that was crazy. And a lot of people in the comments and have commented before have said anything goes in a battle. And to an extent, I agree with it, but we live in an era way different than what we lived in before with no social media. Because a lot of the people that are commenting on that and are giving commentary are from the era where the battles like Jay-Z and Nas were from. So him saying that this beef went too far, I agree with him. I agree. And I'll even give you an example. It's crazy. Leave a comment down below if you feel the same way I'm feeling after you hear what I'm about to say. As a matter of fact, we'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to let Hove tell you exactly how he feels about this.
And the last pillar is battling. We love the excitement. And I love the sparring and the music you get. Mm-hmm. But in this day and age, it's so much negative stuff that comes with it that you almost wish it didn't happen.
Really?
Because it's a final thing. Now, people that like Kendrick hate Drake, no matter what he makes, no matter what he says, and it goes far too. Attack on his character and his thing, and it's like, I don't know if I love that. I don't know if it's helpful to our growth. Where the fallout lands, especially on social media, which takes place every day. And now you have these pods of cult.
The Stan armies fight.
Yeah, and it's too far, bringing kids in it. And I don't like that. Maybe I've grown in a space that is probably, like the old guy wagging the thing. But I think we can achieve the same thing as far as sparring with music, with collaborations more so than breaking the whole thing apart. It could stand it before because there was no social media and there was no thing, and it had the battle and it was fun, and then you moved on. Right now, I don't know if it could stand it with the technology that we have, because it takes up so much oxygen. Now it's just like every day they're just trying
they're still talking about it.
It's not just talking about it. Not like, yo, this song I like, this, trying to tear down the people's life, trying to wreck this guy's marriage or this guy's relationship with his child. And it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's worth it at this point. I don't know.
That's interesting.
Again, I love the idea that we got so much music in such a short period of time.
Great music.
Just everything around it was just like, man, it's taking us a couple steps back. And we just grown so much that I don't know if, I guess I'm going to say it, I don't know if battling needs to be part of the culture anymore.
Interesting.
And crazy enough for Hove to say that. I really want to know what people think about him saying that. I really do. Because in the culture, everybody is serious. Oh, this is the culture. We have a dude that's a pioneer, a rap pioneer, a hip hop pioneer, saying that maybe battling doesn't need to be a part of the culture anymore. I will give people an example real quick. And I need you guys to bear with me real quick. When Jay-Z and Nas were battling, and there was and everybody would attest to this, the ones that were there, the ones that did the research, there was a lot of things said during that time that was crazy. But if you know your research, how many versions of Ether there was. Now, a lot of people have said, oh, well, anything goes in a battle. So if anything goes in a battle, why was there, I think, 3 versions or 2 versions of Ether? Why? And the ones that know that the original versions of Ether was way worse than the Ether that we got. Why did they make him change Ether if it was a battle? And the things, if you don't know, go look it up. It's all over YouTube. People have probably watched it crazy amount of times. But how many versions of Ether there was, and what did he say in the original Ether? Because there's bits and pieces of what he said in the original Ether that are out there. We've never heard the original Ether. will never hear the original Ether for the purpose of how incendiary that version of Ether was. But that version of Ether was taken back, and then a new version of Ether, a toned down version of Ether, was created. So here's what I'm saying. Is it so crazy that Jay said this? Somebody from the era of niggas who was battle rapping. Is it so crazy for him to say this now? Because back then, even he had versions of disses that didn't come out. He said, and then he said a lot of crazy shit too that didn't even end up having him, I guess, quote unquote, winning the battle between Jay and Nas. Ether basically was the deciding factor, and no matter what Jay did after the fact, he couldn't get over it. He couldn't get over that hump of Ether in a lot of people's minds. A lot of people think Jay won it with Takeover. A lot of people think Ether won it. The general public believes Ether won that battle. But for real, there was at least two versions of Ether. And the first version of Ether was never released because of how not terrible as it was trash, terrible as in he said some shit that you should not say to anybody. So how do we explain that? And then people out here saying, this is battle culture, anything goes. No one was saying that when the original Ether was never released. Even though the second version of Ether was great too, but this is not a crazy thing. Kendrick going to those places. And I'm not saying Drake didn't go to those places either. Drake said a lot of shit too. The whole thing in Day Free and all shit that probably wasn't true either. But I was in comments yesterday saying I would have rather have been called for something like domestic. I don't even want to say it, but I would have rather been called anything else in the world than a PDF file. I'm not, no. Because at that point, there's no returning from that. They've been calling Drake a PDF file for years now, just off of Kendrick saying it. And that's what he means. He's attacking the character of Drake. And now Drake has to go around and everybody calling him this and this, that, and the third. It wasn't a battle anymore. At that point, it ended. At least in my head, it wasn't even about the bars at that point. It was Crip walking in A minor the entire time. Like, that was it. And then you got people like Ebro and everybody else out here just saying not like us, and not like us is for some reason the cultural anthem, which is great. The song is catchy, but when it comes to that part of the song, I probably didn't sing that because honestly that part is corny to me. But when we get into that, I fucks with Kendrick music. I just didn't like that part. I personally didn't like that part of the song. The rest of the song is fine, but I didn't like that part of the song because I feel like that was unnecessary. It wasn't about bars after that. But what Jay is talking about, I wholeheartedly 100% agree with him. This wasn't, it stopped being about something at some point, especially with the sides and how everybody's just, it wasn't about the music anymore. It wasn't. Because if we being really fair, Drake dropped some shit, but no one cared, at least on Kendrick's side, because of the whole not like us bit. You feel me? Like people just coming out of the woodwork just because they don't like Drake. It's not like they didn't like his music. They just don't like Drake. And that's what he means by all this negative stuff that comes with it. After the Jay-Z and Nas battle, everybody just went on about their business. You have other people who got in rap battles. Let's take Eminem and MGK. You think MGK's career wasn't over after him battling him? MGK doing just fine. That battle was a nice little spar that MGK lost. And then everybody moved on. In these rap battle leagues, they get real crazy in those rap battle leagues. But you know what? It's a spar. But now they have their own space for that. You feel me? So they sit in this. But when we talking about Drake and Kendrick, these guys sit on a different level. So at the end of the day, to wrap this up, I agree with Jay. I almost wish it didn't happen because now we've been sitting here waiting for Iceman for mad long. And I mean, Drake was on tour during this whole thing. So I understand why it's taking so long. The man was making money. And now K Dot hasn't dropped anything in a while, but I'm pretty sure he's been on tour too. So he's out here making money. But I'm not mad at this at all. I'm not mad at what Jay said. I think Jay is a spot on. But that's just me. I'm not a person who capes for either one of these dudes. I am a Drake fan. I am a Kendrick fan. And I'll be 100% transparent. Do I listen to Drake more than Kendrick? Yes, absolutely. I love music. So I can listen to both. And that's what people lose sight of music. You can like both and you can not like one. That's fine. If you don't like one over the other, don't listen to one over the other. It just, if one gets listened to way more than the other one, you just got to eat. You don't even got to eat it. You don't even got to see it. Turn your goddamn phones off. Go outside, go for a walk. Do some shit. Do something other than paying attention to other people's lives. Just listen to what you like to listen to, and we're Gucci. And if you don't like Drake because he's an alleged PDF file, no evidence has shown, no charges or anything like that has ever come up where he's been accused of this. But at the end of the day, it's an evolution of the culture. And maybe we need to reevaluate how we rock with the culture and how we do things in the culture, because things can't always stay the same. And even then, there was a decorum back then of how you did things. Nowadays, it seems like it's just bedlam. And I can't rock with the chaos that comes with everything that we do now. If it favors you, fuck it. So, but tell me what y'all think. Leave a like and comment, subscribe. We'll be doing a lot more of these in the coming months, in the future, in the coming years, as the community grows. It's Silencer Talks. You already know what it is. I'll see you on the next one. Let's get it.